This is Fulcrum. We are at Bad Batch episode 12 of season 2. So much happened last week, I don't know how they're going to top it, but D. Bradley Baker said this episode that we're about to watch was his favorite. So I can't wait. Let's dive in.
Come in. This is Paul.
And Outpost. Nothing good happens in Outpost in the Clone Wars of Bad Batch. It's Crosshair. We finally get Crosshair back. It's been a long time.
Forced retirement. We're soldiers. What are we supposed to do now?
Yes. I don't like used equipment. Let's go.
I don't like how they talk about my clones. It's like Hoth out there. I hope something happens to that commander. They just set him up to, you know, have us hate him. Those K2 droids? Oh, not quite.
Where are the rest of your men?
Dead. Hex, Veach and I. We're all that's left.
Ah.
Your failings will be dealt with later.
In my experience, respect is something to be earned.
Yet,
Little play on Rex's line.
to this desolate rock.
How many missions have you commanded? That's what I thought. Boys, why don't you help the new boss get situated? What'd you do to get stuck with this mission?
Just lucky, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a lot of throwback lines in this so far. Just lucky, I guess. In my book, experience outranks everything.
Conditions have degraded our equipment.
Commander, Raiders spotted inside the perimeter.
I'll cover the west. You take the east. We'll cut them off.
Oh man. Huh. Alright, intriguing. Okay, blood trail. Did he actually hit him? Yep.
No skips. So that's how they snuck past our defenses.
The cargo. Is that clear?
Yes, Lieutenant.
I hate him. Hate people like that. I know people like that. I hate people like that.
Get far. Not sure what bothers me more. He's wearing armor stolen off my men. Or that his cohorts just left him here. No point in carrying dead weight. Remind me not to die on your watch. But since I don't feel like
Carrying your body back to the outpost, I guess I'll give it a shot. But I'm pretty sure they're all the same. Guess we'll find out soon enough, huh?
Yes, we will. He's giving me real Rex vibes.
that you're confident in your work. Oh, I'm confident. I'm just not stupid. Remember,
Like that. I'm confident. I'm just not stupid.
two guards in the entrance. Shouldn't be a problem for us.
Can't really figure out where this is leading. I know that's the point, but... Alright. Didn't get far. That'll end it. Uh-oh. Now the cargo's trapped inside. They're gonna figure out what's in the crates? That's what I'm curious about. What has he been protecting? I'm feeling it's nothing good. Stormtrooper.
New toys for the shiny new military. And we get the scraps.
Uh-oh. Avalanche. That's a big avalanche. Did he just sacrifice himself to save Crosshair? I think this is where we really get Crosshair character change, character development. Oh no. I have a very bad feeling about this. Is he gone? Does he take the body back? Or does he leave the body? That's more like a Crosshair. Show some personal growth. Hoth seems pleasant compared to this planet. Reinforcements? I mean, it can't be good. Just picking up the gear. It's so funky to see early Stormtrooper gear.
Which means you failed your mission.
Did you hear what I said? Help him.
Certainly not. That would be a waste of the Empire's resources.
He'll die.
I hate him so much.
You could have saved him.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. He is expendable. As are you. And if you...
Just... do it. Just... yeah. Cool with me. Is this that moment, Crosshair? Is this your moment?
Hello, CT-9904.
Are we at Mount Tantus now? And what does that all tie into? Ah, some intrigue. We finally got an episode all about Crosshair and seeing Crosshair's evolution, I guess, as a character. Seeing that development. I mean, we haven't had Crosshair since the beginning of this season. But seeing where his character is going from here is interesting. A lot of us have been debating on whether Crosshair would get a redemption arc, where they were going with Crosshair. Would Crosshair sacrifice himself or something? Or, you know, what was Crosshair's direction with things? Or would Crosshair dive further into the Empire? But now we see with the clone turnover and the way clones are being treated now, like early retirement or as just equipment, as just something to be owned and discarded, like it's disposable. And that's what Crosshair is coming to terms with, is the fact that what he is working for isn't what it was and that he's just disposable. And he realizes that there are things that he cares about. He can't just be cold and unaffected by things. He's developing these little relationships that, of course, we see with Mayday, and the fact that he ended up caring about this person. And he started off the episode like, oh, just leave him behind. Why carry dead weight, to actually helping this person and bringing them back. Unfortunately, it did not work out, but seeing the Empire for what it truly is, and that's what Crosshair is seeing now, is seeing that, and not only seeing it but accepting it and making a choice. And of course, that choice was to get rid of the lieutenant that we all obviously hated for this episode, because just a terrible, terrible person, and in Star Wars world needed to go. And I'm excited to see where Crosshair is going, especially now at the end, that where Crosshair is in the cloning facility on Mount Tantus with the doctors, and what they're going to use him for. Do they need his DNA because he's one of the Bad Batch for experiments? I don't know. And does this mean that if more things happen with Mount Tantus, which we're obviously setting up, that Crosshair's at that facility and will see things, or kind of be inside? So if the rest of the Bad Batch need to do something with Mount Tantus, we've got somebody on the inside, or maybe needing to be rescued. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But again, I've been wanting to see a Crosshair development for a while, and I think people have been frustrated that we haven't gotten Crosshair for a lot of episodes. It's kind of like scratching your head, like, where's Crosshair? But now we get a full episode completely about Crosshair. I'm saying Crosshair a lot, I know. But with last week's episode and this week's episode, I really think we're getting the focus we need for this season. We've gotten some great stories in this season, but the focus of it has been a little back and forth on what we're trying to focus on and where we're going with things. And now it seems like we have a very clear direction. I believe we have 4 more episodes this season, so I think things are going to ramp up even more. Last week was so exciting. There were so many things that developed, and now we've got the other side of the coin, the other character of the Bad Batch, and now we've got to focus with Mount Tantus. We've got to focus with cloning and what they're doing there. So I'm super excited for where they're going with this season, and that it's tying into all the rest of the shows and everything else that's going on. I can't wait for next week, and I can't guess where they're actually going with this. Obviously, when it comes to the cloning stuff, like, some things are going to remain hidden, like Palpatine cloning himself. But like, the rest of it is a question mark. I mean, do they eventually, are they eventually able to get rid of Mount Tantus, or does that lead into other things down the road? We'll see. I enjoyed it. This episode was very deep. It was very introspective for Crosshair. It was very much needed. I don't know if people are going to say that, like, oh, this was a banger necessarily, because it didn't have a lot of pew pew action going on. But I think it was very necessary for this season, and had a lot of weight to it. And it was very heavy. Even the music was like heavy the entire time. Not Heavy the Clone, but like heavy as in, weighted. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. I appreciate you joining me, and I can't wait for next week. Of course, check out my Mandalorian episode for this week, because it was freaking epic as well. So check that out, and we will see you next week for both The Mandalorian and The Bad Batch. And of course, you can join me at 5 p.m. Pacific every Wednesday on YouTube and Twitch for my podcast, Secret Transmissions. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because that really helps. It's been a pleasure. Fulcrum out.